Hey you guys, I've had a request to carry on with the mom themed holiday bots. So yesterday we did Mom with Cookies, who's supposedly 800 but did not play like that at all. Any 800 I know would completely annihilate that bot. And next, what's the connection between mothers and holiday? I don't. This is not a. Oh, is it Mother's Day? Must be Mother's. Anyway, there you go. Mother's Day. Mom with hugs, not hogs. No, she doesn't ride a Harley Davidson or keep pigs. More's the pity. But she looks very friendly and says this supportive and loving mom enjoys nothing more than hugging her baby. No matter what you do, she will always have her arms open wide for a hug. Okay, well let's take her on. Let's go random. We've got white. E4, E5, super duper. Vienna style. Oh! Right, somebody's been worshipping at the temple of Nelson. Okay, so I'm going to develop the knight here. This isn't great, is it? I mean, I've got like d4 or d3. The problem with d3 is it blocks in this bishop. Immediate d4, I've got two attackers on this pawn, and it comes with tempo on the queen. And this pawn's defended. So now I could actually take that with my knight. I've never had this, but or I could develop my bishop with tempo. Bishop with tempo. If I do that, are we going to get queen over here and silliness? Are we? Or do I take with the knight, or do I take the pawn? Or do I do this? Oh! Signature Vienna move. Okay, she's targeting my undefended pawn. Could take this, king goes there. I take rook, queen comes here. Can't put my bishop there because it drops this pawn, which is unnecessary. So, bring my queen out, that'd do it. Queen there would do it. Let's kind of trap this. Oh, just rook g1. Rook g1. Oh no, it doesn't defend the pawn. What am I talking about? It doesn't defend the pawn. Let's defend the pawn. That's a good idea. Okay, queen comes out. If she can do it, I can do it. Okay, so she prevented that move. That's a good idea, actually. That's quite well played. I still have knight here. Should we just carry on? Just carry on beating her up. Careful not to hurt yourself, honey. Okay, both my knights defended. I mean, this is just awesome in the middle of the board. Tell you, this is a world apart, though, from the 800 bot. What are you doing? Okay, I can harass her again. I'd like to get my dark square bishop out and maybe castle long. I don't know. I've got this and threaten mate in 1. That's a thought. I've got this and threaten knight takes. Winning the rook is another thought. I'd like to move my queen, and one other reason is its discovery on this knight. So let's go for this idea. Defends his pawn, right? Lots of nice juicy things. Let's take out the knight. Okay, that's weird. I'm inclined to put my bishop back here. So, okay, so I see what she's done is she's done that. Yeah. Defending the fork. But you could have just removed the attacker. Okay, I'm going to come back here, like I said. It's defended once by the queen. Okay. I can come here or here or here. I kind of like having that diagonal open. So knight here is kind of generally sensible, controls the centre. That's all right. Knight here to there. Yeah. That forces a trade. I'm already up in material, yeah, so here a knight must take, then possibly queen takes, or Or what else have we got? 2 attackers, 3 defenders. That's defended. No need to rush anything or force anything at this point in time. Let's simplify. See, this pawn is currently blocked by the bishop, so it can't move with a discovery on the queen. You've always got to be careful about that. Just take the queen, I think. No point doubling pawns, and certainly not when my king's still in the centre. Okay, now we can just drop back, I think. Even drop back down to here if I wanted to. But this is nice because it maintains the pin on this pawn. Pinning a pawn. Okay, now I want to harass the queen even further. So I like this idea. Good. And now we've got this, and this pawn can't block it, right? Just look at this. There, this pawn can't move, so that's not an issue. Queen can't take, can't retreat. Can't go there because of pawn, can't go there because of bishop. Queen's going to have to retreat all the way back there, and I get a free development of my bishop. Hello, queen, goodbye. Right, now, that's tempting, but then it encourages the bishop to move. Where's it going to move to though? Could go here, a kick, probably c3 kick, there. This kind of makes sense, just shoring up the pawn in the middle of the board. You take my bishop, knight takes, and I'm threatening mate. So then you're going to have to push this. Oh, I can't take. Can't take, can I? All right then. Let's just drop back. All right, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to castle short. You've moved your bishop to here. Why? Okay, so simple attacking idea is c3, bishop c2, queen h7 checkmate. Right, we're threatening mate in 1 now. Okay, and this has forced a concession. I know my queen's under attack. Just having a look. No harm in that. There, yes, it does open up discovery ideas from the bishop, but I can take the pawn. So there, pawn pushes. I'm getting a little bit trapped there. Maybe we don't want to do that, precious. Maybe we don't. I just drop back again. It's just going to be cool. Everybody be cool. Right, now the bishop has vacated this diagonal and has repositioned itself on this one. We are up a piece and a pawn. I mean, it's queen here, and then I'm attacking this again. In fact, even if he pushes the pawn, I've got this, skewering the king and winning the rook. So are we going to see that? And that would be disastrous, would it not? It would be quite bad. Definitely quite bad. Part of me wants to take the pawn. Takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes. Yeah, sod it, let's do it. Just do it, just swap everything off. Okay. Now I can't do this, queen takes, queen there, because then queen's on this square, it can take me back. Right, I think I need to drop the bishop back down to here. Defend, just make sure that h2 is defended, yeah? So I've now given up my extra piece, but I still have all my pawns, and my opponent is 3 pawns short. Right, this is a move. Don't have any queen checks in there and there. She's actually done quite a reasonable job here of defending. Okay, let's just shore things up. Okay, you've unleashed your bishop. I'm very tempted to push on. Oh, I also have this with the discovery on the rook. That moves rook. Then I take out your middle pawn. Okay, but the point is that move is still there even if after I do this, so... Okay, do this now. Okay, let's say rook moves. I eliminate this. Yeah, it just opens things up, doesn't it? Why not open up the middle? Okay, well, you've now lost your rook. So there's a little bit of like this computer... Ah! Wow! That is just too clever. Wow! Right. I'm going to say that I think this particular bot is more like 1400 rated. I'm going to have another go because that was really quite good. Okay, let's do this. Oh, man. Oh, and more Wayward Queen shenanigans. Okay, so let's do this. Knight out. That was really quite interesting. Okay, I've got this targeting c2. And how does she defend? Bishop there, that's the only option, right? Well, this and castles. Castles. Pawn's defended by knight. Okay, bishop's defending c2. Two defenders. Bishop here just improves. Looking at the f-pawn. That's now not defended c2 anymore. So I can come here, centralise the knight, target c2. Bishop's had to return. Got this idea. Maybe c5, just shutting this hole for the knight and this. Okay. Oh, she's I mean, I was in the middle of saying that this computer misses stuff, and I got punked. Got totally punked. This defends that hits the queen, right? So if here the queen is hit, no, 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 no. Definitely not. Because that comes with knight there, double attack. Okay, no. So there's only two squares here, knight here, and she's got this or this. Both of which attack my knight. Knight's got these two. Oh no, she doesn't at all. She doesn't at all, because my queen is covering those squares, right? So she's got to return back there, surely. Well, here, oh no, right, okay, go on. That's it, Queenie, off you go, off you run. Okay, now, potential discoveries here. Queen here, I can take that for free, yeah? Am I worried about this knight coming in? It attacks my queen. I'm going to push this first, just to keep the knight out of that hole, like we said. Okay, I don't have this anymore. But I have this because of... And that's a nice outpost. That's a really sexy outpost there. Also attacks this bishop. And the bishop's the only defender of that. Wow, okay. Okay. Right, if I take out the bishop, she's got queen takes. Take out the bishop, queen takes, and my ambitions of winning a rook are gone. Can I stop the queen from going there? Not really. Right, what are my advantages? My advantages are I'm castled. White isn't, therefore, not a bad thing to bash open, smash open the middle of the board. I also need to develop my bishop though. Push a pawn. Okay, she's nervous. Obviously. If I take and pawn take, I don't really want that. If I take on my terms, if I take with this one, knight must take. Because bishop can't, yeah. Okay, this is all right. If I could push this and then eradicate the bishop. I'm now starting a pawn storm on the queen side, which is the only safe place for this king. Okay. You, with your wayward queen ways. I'm going to drop back to here. Just go... Wow! You put your king there? Really? All right then. So be it. Right, material is equal. I've got kind of a space advantage on the wrong side of the board. Both my bishops aren't fantastic. I feel like I kind of want to move this knight. I want to put my knight back there or something like that. She's playing well, this bot. This pawn's pinned. Note. Does this do anything? Yeah, it kind of opens up the bishop a bit. That's a thought, but it's kind of a bit fiddly. Just messing about. I like this. I like the fact this bishop has got the pin. I want to put pressure on here, so... Would this be an idea? With the idea of maybe later on this diagonal opening up. Does the bishop have any other ideas? I'm going to put my bishop here. It just guards this square. Still defends the knight. Defends this pawn. You moved your king. Okay. There. Drops that. There. Yeah. I want to get rid of this pawn. Okay, oh that you can hang on. There, takes. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my bishop round oh no, I can't do that. Bishop's the only defender of the knight. Okay, well, I'm gonna put the question to the bishop then. And now you have to go back this way. Goodbye. Thank you for playing. Right, now we've made this bishop worse. Very much worse. Bishop's the only defender of this pawn now. There. Yeah, I've got to do that. Okay, now. Wow, h4. H4. You planning a pawn storm of your own, dearest? There, attacked twice, defended 3 times. I really want to get rid of this pawn. But takes, bishop takes. If I'm going to do anything, I've got to open up lines for my bishops here, down here. Unless I send in the horse. The cavalry go in. Maybe the point of this h4 move is to keep my knight out from there, I don't know. That has a discovery by the bishop, but it's defended once. This bot is a bit like kind of Nelson Plus, with a ridiculous wayward queen ways. I've got queen c8 and then ideas of moving the knight with 2 attacks on there. And encouraging her to move her pawns up the king side is no bad thing. Or can I just improve this bishop? That's a thought. There's a thought. Okay. Don't think we want to lock off the centre, do we? We don't want to gum it up. Takes. Opens up the d file. Who does that benefit? I don't know. Yeah, this is playing like a 1500 player. It really is. There and pushes takes. There takes. Okay, I have en passant here, but that releases this bishop here. So again, I just didn't notice that move. There, pawn can't take because it's pinned. I take the rook. If I take here, bishop takes. I've also got bishop under attack. Oh no, I haven't anymore. There, that's gone. Bishop takes. My knight's pinned. Okay, I'm going to move my bishop. First of all, takes. I've opened up the centre slightly. I now have line towards this, which is no bad thing. Now this bishop is still rubbish, so I'm not worried about this at all. There takes, not bad. This bot is really, really making me think. Knight there. But this is a poor bishop. My bishop's actually better, my dark squared bishop, so I don't want to trade that. And this, but I'd like to block that. Knight in, let's say trades. I don't know, this is a definite weakness, so we've got to exploit this weakness, right? It's overextension. I also want to centralise a rook. So maybe something like queen here. Okay. Now knight in there makes more sense. Attacking this bishop. Okay, now bishop takes, yeah? And these pawns are now blocked, so this bishop is bad because it can't go there. This bishop is almost like it's not on the board. The bishop's the only defender of that. King's gone there again. Come on. Where is this? Only defender, undefended. Only defender. Only defender. Bishop back to here. Reconnect the rooks. Queen here. Thoughts of attack. Wow! This is not a huggy mum at all. This is a super bitch-ass aggressive mum. Okay, now this, she's got pawn push. It's the only way to add another defender, unless king. But that's not going to happen. Wow, this is one tough old bot. Now if I do threaten this and force f3, are we happy about that? I don't know. Only one way to find out. Okay, hung a pawn. How long's that been hanging? Since the rook moved. Do we want a free pawn? Why not? At least it gives us an option of some kind of attack, some kind of promotion idea. Okay, let's defend this pawn a second time. Both rooks on dark squares. I've got bishop here, push. You've got to like that, haven't you? Or what about bishop on here as well? They get the light square bishop involved. Bishop here attacks the rook. Pushes. The rook there. Defend the pawn. And then the rook can't go there or there. And quite honestly... And then if I could drop my bishop in there... Right, I'm going to can have a think about that idea. So I'm going to drop my queen here, bishop here, then this. No, 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 no. You do not get to do this. No. You attack my rook. I attack your rook. Not worried. This. And then I have this, right, which I think winneth the rook, does it not? Now what are you doing? This. Don't see. So, okay, it doesn't win the rook. Just retreat and push the pawn. Does the rook just go back there? I don't know. This is no 1200. Guys, this is no way. No way. Right, have another poke at my rook, are you? Well, this then. That would force a trade of bishops. What's the queen's idea? She has no idea. I don't see what the threat is there. I know what my threat is. That I get a queen. Okay, how do we complicate this? That I get a queen, rook takes, I take. So I lose a pawn, rook has to take, I take rook. If rook takes bishop, I take rook again. I'm up material. Or do we leave that hanging there as a giant threat? Or do we do this? Trade off the light squared bishop. It's a good bishop though. This takes, queen takes. Win another pawn. Or do I double up my rooks on here like this, you know? Even if I double rooks, there, takes, rook takes. Oh yeah, that's better. That is better. Right. Decision made. Doubling up rooks we go. What's that an aid of? Just won myself an exchange. Excellent. Right. Now what? Trade off the bishops. This bishop doesn't scare me at all. Everything's actually defended. I think we have to simplify. I think we do. Right, now what I want to do is trade off queens. This is quite a good bishop because most of the pawns are on light squares. This is a super threat. I mean, that basically excludes this rook from the game, right? So what I want to do, at some point, I'm going to want to get my king up the board. And that's actually pretty tough when you've got a bunch of pawns and a bishop of the opposite colour. Because my king can't actually get through here at all. We've got lots of pawns here and here. So I'd like to trade queens. I'm thinking something like this. Queen here. Oh, hang on. Queen here looks fine. Free pawn. Kind of important. Yep. I like every. I have respect for this bloody bot though, because every step I'm expecting her to do something evil like she did to me on the last game. Right, that's defended twice, no good. I want to eradicate this rook. So simply that, yeah? She's got no checks. Queen's still got to defend this. So that? I mean, how scared do we need to be of back rank stuff? That, taking out the pawn. That bishop can't go there, gets taken, can't go there, gets taken. I can always go back, can't I? Surely. Oh no. Oh, what a map it. Right, rook, rook, yeah? Got to be. Queen there isn't a threat, so I have this. Okay. Now rook here. Takes, queen, boom. Here, queen has to come back and defend that pawn, yep. Alright, these two are now defending each other, which vexes me. Could be time to improve the king. Really want to guard this. So I have to get queenie and rookie onto the two open files. So queenie here. This pawn's pinned. Okay, that pawn is now only defended the once. So, this and the king. Ooh, yeah, go on. That, right, force a trade of queens. And then, right, we should be a formality because you can't defend both of these pawns, yeah? Okay. Now in comes the king. The return of the king. Trade off pawns. See, my pawns on dark squares are touchable. These guys are completely untouchable. So right now, he's got nothing. You've got nothing, blood. Right, here, and you can't take because this pawn's pinned by the rook. So what do we do? Do we charge through? No, we take with the rook with check, forcing the king there. We put a pawn on a light square. We put another pawn on a light square. We creep through with our king. Creep on with our king. Yeah, everything's just safe now. It's totally safe. Safe as houses. Now what are you going to do? Well, that doesn't work. Stalemate check. You see that? That showed great maturity. Great maturity. Okay, now here, you still have this. And you're going down. Yes, I know, oops. And that's checkmate. Right. Honour restored, but no. No, guys, I would say at least 1500 for that one. I'm going to look at the review. If this is 80, 85 accuracy, that is tough. And don't be fooled by her smile and her welcoming hands and her open arms. She is dangerous. 73.9. Okay. And I blew it a little bit in the middle. So I had a winning position here and had a mistake in the form of that. Shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. I should have taken the bishop, yeah? Is that what you're thinking? Taking the bishop, mess up the pawns. Okay. But still. Do you know what? It was a hard-earned win. But it was really hard. I mean, I really had to work for that. It doesn't even mess up the pawns because we've got queen takes, haven't we? Yeah. Really had to work hard for that. So, if you are one of these players that enjoyed playing Nelson and found Nelson a good challenge, and miss the challenge that was Nelson. If you've kind of managed to get beyond that, then I think Mum with Hugs. Nelson 1300, yeah, kind of. Mum with Hugs I'm going to call her Mum. Mum with Hugs, not Mom with Hogs. Mum with Hugs. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd say 1500 play for that. That's my thought. Anyway, so there you go. Took me 2 goes. Managed to do it in the end. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and see you later.